Um, how you guys doing? It's closing in on midnight. It's close to midnight. It's fucking Thriller, man. What you guys know about Thriller? No, know nothing about no Thriller. Fighting for your life. Um, no, just smoking some pot and hanging out and uh, seeing what the fuck's going on. Decided to go live and broadcast a little bit. I mean, it's getting kind of fun to do these things. Um, yeah, especially when they're not on anything and they're just just rambling. Get to talk to people. It's pretty cool. I still don't know how people are finding. I don't know how people are finding. If someone would comment and say how people are finding these, I would appreciate it. I know how people that are subscribed get a hold of it, but the people that wander in that aren't subscribed, I don't know how they get here. So, um, hang on, I'll be right back. Ugh. All right, sorry about that. Just missed a comment. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Love the music. Oh, cool. Thanks. Thank you. Try doing the famous Weezer riff. What's the famous Weezer riff? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Donna Asensio, Jose Gaming. What's going on? How's you guys everybody doing tonight, man? What's everybody getting into? Just hanging out. I mean, shit. I'm listening to music, smoking pot. Howdy-o. How is everybody finding these, man? I mean, can you please try to play Freebird? I don't really know Freebird. That's just I do some covers, but they're usually like ones that mean something a lot to me. Like Mark Lanigan songs and stuff, Soundgarden and stuff, Screaming Trees. Um, Freebird never really meant a whole lot to me, but I mean I could always try to learn it sometime. Because I mean people seem to love that song a lot. It just never really appealed to me that much, so um, I'm sure it's not too hard. Is that it? some Coke? No, I don't have. I do Pepsi. Mainline it. That's where the caffeine really kicks in. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing? Anybody want to hear like a song? I don't know. Anybody into Mark Lanigan and Screaming Trees? Bruh. Appreciate it. There's a lot of stuff on my page. A lot of my music, my actual songs. I guess I could play some stuff if anybody wanted to hear anything. Let's see. Trying to think of one that I've got. All these stones inside my head, I'm gonna take 'em with me when I'm down, 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 go. All these words inside my mouth ain't nothing more than a bunch of sound. Down, 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 go. Down, 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 go. Well, I wake up feeling like I do. The purple sky and turning blue. Down, 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 go. Everything I thought I knew, I'm gonna straight up, straight at the moon. And down, 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 go. Yeah. Down, 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 go. All these thoughts inside my head, I'm gonna take 'em with me when I'm dead. Down, 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 go. All these words inside my mouth, I'm gonna chew 'em up, spit 'em out. It's down, 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 go. Down, 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 go. Sorry if I missed any comments. What's up? What's up? Hello. Subscribe. Thanks. Appreciate it. Cool, man. Thank you everybody for subscribing and for tuning in and everything like that. I don't know. I don't know any like really popular covers. You know. Howdy, howdy. Naima. I can't. I don't know how to pronounce the last one, but if you, I mean, yeah, maybe you could help me pronounce that. I go by Sean because like my full name is Rashawn Battle, and growing up down south, no one could ever pronounce it. It's Rashaan, and they're just like like the teachers. It was like embarrassing because it'd be like Rasha. Up here. Like if I'd grown up here, I probably would love my name because a lot of people like it, and it just to me like it's just a kind of reminder of all the times like all the kids like just laugh like for like so many fucking years. Um, you know what I mean? Because like so many teachers couldn't, heaven forbid, you get a fucking substitute. That shit was after like a few minutes of trying. Hello, hello. After a few minutes of trying, eventually they're just like battle. Here. And that's the fucking thing, okay? Because since my name is spelled weird, like I can't just like my dad's name is Herbert, so he goes by Herb. He just drops the ERT. My mom's name is Judith. She just drops the ITH and goes by Judy. All right, if I do that on my name, I drop the AAN. I have Rash. Why would I want to go by Rash? And then if I just drop everything on the Sean off, then I've got Ra. Sun God, that's a little bit presumptuous. So I tried to go with Sean, but that was the part that was giving everybody problems with pronouncing. So I just changed the spelling. one out sometime. Put some lyrics to that. Um, I like this one by Screaming Trees. I think it's "Look at You." Cuts me through, then candles burn, knife is turned in pain with a life I know deep inside. When I look at you, I got a second chance, really need to take it out. One by one they fall, it always breaks me down. One by one they fall, it always breaks me down. In the night, in a way she's haunting me. I'm wanting her still. The road, colored sky, a blue, blue moonlight, and miracles all night. She's walking by. When I look at you, I got a second chance. Really need to have you now. One by one they fall, it always breaks me down. One by one they fall, it always breaks me down. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, still got somebody here. Okay, I ate some edibles, so forgive me if I'm a bit high. Edibles and smoking. But I found a way to mix those chocolates. I got some almond bark, and then I added some cocoa and some pot oil. Well, a lot of pot oil. Yeah, I don't know. I'm willing to talk about whatever, man. Um, got nothing to do. Time to kill. So, I don't know. I got my map of Uni up there. And if my brain isn't here trying to solve stuff, it's usually in Unia. Trying to think of new things to do, new stories. All kinds of different eras and stuff. That's what's so great about it because it's designed to be a multi-play system. Like I want it to be an open IP for people to write like fan fiction for it. I mean, you can pick anything you want to. The only rules are that it can't intersect with any of my stories. They can't. There's no time travel. That's not possible. There's no time travel allowed. And then you have to, like in the title, put it in your tail. That's the only thing I require. I don't want any money or anything like that. So you can set in whatever era. But it just can't intersect with my storyline. As long as it doesn't intersect with my storyline, you can build whatever the hell you want. What's going on, man? Kason, what's happening? No, I didn't see your comment earlier. Was that about the music? I don't know if you're still here or not. Probably not. I don't know. I don't know who else here. Jason's back now. Jason out the joint, huh? Yeah, yeah. I'm holding on by a thread, and I'm trying to cut the thread right now. Yeah, I was trying to explain to people because a lot of people are like, man, you smoke a lot. I'm like, you don't understand. When I was younger, I spoke so fast. Yo, man, staying high, bro. Yo, bro. Go, Joe. G.I. Joe, getting high, bro. Um, when I was younger, I talked so fast that my parents, my dad especially, insisted that I just slow down. Um, his thing he would always tell me to enunciate. Enunciate. I'm like, fucking shit. Because the reason I would talk fast is because no one ever listened to me. So I didn't want to take up anybody's time, so I talk fast. And I could talk fast, really, really fast. And so, but it was too fast for anybody to understand what's going on. So they wanted me to slow down. When I slow down, so they could understand what I'm saying, it goes on for so fucking long that I don't want to listen anymore. You know what I mean? So it's either way. You're just not being listened to. So it's just like fucking shit, man. But yeah. So now in order to slow down, I tend to say everything one time in my head first, and then I say it out loud. So I'll often say like I said, even though I didn't say it before because I already said it in my head one time. So if you hear me say like I said, it's because I'm going off of what I've already said and kind of spell check for what I want to say. Yeah, so I don't know, man. It's a crazy, crazy world. Yeah, man, I got a dope ass. See these fuzzy pants right here. I fucking love fuzzy pants. I got these. Every year I get a pair. I got at least one pair, but I got two pair this year. I got this fucking shirt right here, like this sleepy time shirt shit. Like that's just. I love hanging out and just this kind of shit, man. This is how I hang out all the time. And then you didn't see my backpack the other day that I got. and show that off. Dude, this thing is so fucking slick. I love it. I mean, it's already just like I take it on the bus with me. This is like gonna be my best friend because the thing is like, okay, so I got this because it goes with the costume for my character for my story, and his backpack, well, his back sack in the story plays a pretty big role because I mean they're pretty much like they're just really tight together. But it has a lot of pouches, like improvised pouches that he sewed into it to hide stuff. But like in here for me myself, I've got like granola bars and shit in case I'm like riding the bus and like I miss the bus or something like that, or if I'm just hungry. I've got cables of every kind, chargers. I've got a set of spare strings. I've got, I mean, just a bunch of cables and shit. I've got a thing to plug up a guitar to an iPhone. Um, and then my pocket over here, this is the one that's the hardest to get into, but that's where I'm gonna stash my weed. I can just take this right here. It's like I've got my med card, so I can carry up to 2 ounces on me at any given point in time. So I can carry. I've got these three are all full. I can carry those with me at any fucking point in time, and whenever I want to. Um, but yeah, I've also got some tubes that I'll probably like pre-roll some, and take those with me. You're not supposed to smoke out in public, but I mean, there's a lot of shit you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to skateboard in public, and we did that shit all the goddamn time. I way I see it, man. If I'm not hurting anybody, it's not a fucking rule. It's just not a law. You know what I mean? It's not real. It's not a real law. If I'd just behind some fucking, I mean, there's a lot of. Oh no, dude, don't worry about it. I just do these just to do for fun, man. I just do these just to talk. Yeah, so I carry like a knife with me. I got a fucking flashlight and shit. I found the actual key. I've had the key on my fucking keychain for like ever. And then I don't know. This just popped up. Some I don't remember how, but this just popped up, and I found the key. And I tried it, and it unlocks. And something just told me to keep it with me, so keeping it on me. It's got a pocket for like putting them in my tablet in here. Cool fucking thing. It's okay. So my tablet goes like right against the back right here. Yeah. This has got a pocket right here. Now my phone, I was on the charger, but yeah, it's fucking cool ass backpack. So my phone goes like I do like a wireless hotspot. Then I put it in here. Zip that fucker up. The fucking hotspot is touching right against my tablet, which is right here, which is going to my Bluetooth earbuds, which is this fucker right here, man. These things last like about 6 hours at a time using, and then when it's at full charge, you can recharge your headphones about like 4 or 5 times, and it only takes like about 30 minutes for them to sit in here and recharge. And in the meantime, when it's doing that, I have another pair that will last about an hour or two. There's some shitty Bluetooth, but in case, yeah, if I needed to, but I mean a lot of times I probably yeah, here they are right here. These kind of suck a little bit. I've got a couple pair of them. They were pretty cheap, but you can make calls on them and stuff. They're good and they'll work. Like I said, especially like if these run out of power, I can use these while like I mean they won't run out of power because hang on, I'll show you. You see that? How it lights up? It's got 25%. This is a charging case. It's got 25% power, and those earbuds are fucking 100%. I almost promise you they're probably right about 100%, if not at 100. If you just leave it at 100 and charge it up, these things will last. I mean, they'll just stay fucking charged. So you'll have that full 6 hours for at least 8 days, and then you can probably recharge it at least one more time. And they were like 20, maybe $25. They fucking rule, man. I was like, I wanted to be like fully decharged. I went to go stay at my mom's for like Christmas. It was gonna be fucking like a couple of days. So I wanted to fully decharge them so I wouldn't have to be charging a bunch of shit over at her house. It took forever. It's the first time I was like, dude, will you just drain? For fuck's sake, man. Okay, finally, you're drained. Oh, man, the charging case still has 25% power, so I put them in there like, it's gotta drain it out. Still got 12%? Now the fucking earbuds have another 6 hours. Motherfucker, will you just drain for fuck's sake? It's been like 5 days I've been using you. Like, oh my god. Yeah. So this is fucking dope. I love this fucking backpack. Then just like censor it up. I've got like another like some canvas bags in there for like when I carry groceries and shit on the bus. So I don't have to stick them in here. I can just the canvas bags just fold up and then I can just like in my backpack. This fucker's dope, man. What's really cool is like this does like latch, but it also snaps there. But it doesn't look like it does. It looks like they just fucking right there, but they don't look like they pop off. So if someone were to try to pull on it, they probably wouldn't know, and they're trying to mess with that shit. They might accidentally bap. They fucking pop that latch. I'll feel that shit like a motherfucker. But like again, they can't. If anything I want, like personalized, I definitely don't want anybody fucking with. I can put in this pocket right there. That shit sits right on my back. Boom. No one's getting in that shit at all, man. But yeah. I got like the travel cloak and everything for my character, and I got the chest plate armor, and then I've even got like a long hair wig, because the character's supposed to have hair like about down to here, but the long hair wig I got was like $4, and like the hair came down here. It actually looks dope, and my hair used to be down to like about here, and I was like when I was 20, 22, it was braided up and shit, and shaved on the sides, and now the only place that I was like trying. The only place I can grow hair is everywhere that I didn't want it. The only place I can't grow hair is the only place that I wanted to grow hair back in the day. Because I used to shave all of this and let this grow. Now this is bald, and all this is the only thing that's growing. It's great if you want that Friar Tuck look, but I don't. That's why I wear the hat all the time. I mean, it's not that bad. I just shaved, but I don't get out, so kind of look kind of like I'm sick or something. But no, just stoned. No, I ain't been drinking. Trying to think of some. Oh, give me lots of land and the stars skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Leave me by myself, just enjoying the breeze. And listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me out forever, but I'm begging you, please. Don't fence me in, just let me loose. Let me straddle my saddle beneath the western sky. All my cayuse, let me wander over yonder till I see the mountain rise. I wanna ride on the ridge where the west commences. Stare at the moon until I lose my senses. I can't look at owls, I can't stand fences. So don't fence me in. Staring at the moon until I lose my senses. I can't look at owls, I can't stand fences. So don't fence me in. Don't fence me in. One more time. Don't fence me in. just interesting because, oh, cool. It says nobody's here, but I don't know if anybody actually is or not. If anyone knows, you can chime in, but if not, I'm just going to go on about what I was going to say. Um, so, again, back to, I keep going back to it, but that's what I've been doing a lot of listening to the, about the CTMU, the cognitive theoretical model of the universe proposed by Christopher Langan. In short, it's basically that the universe is conscious, that it speaks to itself in a language it writes in real time. So it's its own self evident dictionary, glossary, and thesaurus, all that shit. So whatever it needs, it does, which is already self evidently true. And this guy has a 200 IQ, but the thing that I think is awesome about his proposals is because that it doesn't really need to be tested because they're self evident. They're just true because they're true. Like, the saying that all bachelors are single is true because in order to be a bachelor, you have to be a single man. So, all bachelors are single. It's self evidently true. In that same way, the universe is here. So, therefore, whatever math it is, we don't have to understand it because it understands itself and can process itself. Time, space, all that shit. Now, he doesn't go so far as to say we don't need to understand it because he goes on to, you know, hypothesize about how to understand it. As far as I'm concerned, you just don't have to. You know what I mean? It's just not necessary. In the same way that you can utilize a tablet without exactly understanding the complete inner workings of it. And in fact, most people are completely content not understanding the inner workings of a tablet and how things work and how email and all that other shit actually works, you know? And so why are we so cockstrong about the universe, you know? We don't even understand the planet we live on. We don't even understand the oceans that are here. We don't even know how to fucking care for the people that are here. We are terrible to the planet we live on. Why should we have any right to leave this fucking planet? I wouldn't doubt that the Van Allen belt is a kill zone, basically. You know what I mean? Because there's that one thing with the astronaut that passed through there. There's a female cosmonaut from Russia. And I mean, I guess they figured that they would send her through fast and that, she'd get through it and eventually, the radiation would stop, the burning would stop. They were wrong. It was just her screaming over the fucking radio on and on and on and on and on until they finally killed the feed and went to some, like Tchaikovsky or some shit like that. Um, some composer. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Because, they probably told her. At the same time, they probably volunteered. You feel bad for those people that are, I don't know if they're still stuck in space. I don't remember if they are or not. I know some people came back. But I don't know if that's two, but it's like a man and a woman. And I think they're stuck until like March or some kind of shit is what they're saying. But, you feel bad for them, but at the same time, they did kind of volunteer for it, including the fact that, like, I mean, that whole thing with Christy McAuliffe. Did anybody remember the Space Shuttle Challenger? That shit was fucked up, man. Because, like, I mean, if you're old enough to remember, then you know whatever. I was in fifth grade, and they wheeled in the carts, those big old, I don't know if you were old enough, but like that, back in those days, they had the AV carts with the big CRT TVs, and they had like the VCR underneath it, and there's like there's this big cart, cart of television, and usually to check it out from the library often. But they wheeled it into all these different classrooms so everybody could watch the fucking teacher go into space, and then we were going to learn some shit and from outer space. The teacher was going to, you know, give lessons on this and that. And we're all just sitting there watching, and it's taking off. And we're like, yeah. And then we go to the countdown, it's launching, and it's going up, and it just and goes in two fucking directions. And we're all just sitting there, just like watching. And they didn't shut it off or nothing. We're just sitting there, just watching the fucking thing. And they're like, they're coming over the thing, and like other people are presumed dead. And we're just like, I mean, fifth grade. I remember we planted some dogwood trees because I think dogwood was her favorite, Chris McAuliffe's tree, and so we planted like these some red ones, like whatever her favorite one was, and then the other ones were for the other people. I've gone back to that school; those things are not alive, so it's kind of like, what was the point? You know, I mean, it's kind of like we will never forget until the next tragedy. But that's how I mean, we can't just keep living in constant because if you live in it constantly, I mean, fuck, what? Come on, man. I'm not saying like to get over shit, but I mean, like my friend Travis died when I was 15. Should I be in that same stage of grief? I know he wouldn't want me to be. He was cool as a motherfucker, man. He was like one of those people that you see coming, and he always had the most fucking crazy stories, dude. They were just so insane. So, and they're fucking funny. They're hilarious stories. They're completely insane. They usually start off with something like, okay, so we jumped on this train last night. You know what I mean? We were drinking pretty hard, so we decided to like jump on this. There's a train to stop for a second in my back, like not too far from my backyard. So we just jumped on the train and it starts going across the bridge. And so one of the guys that's with him jumps off before it gets really going, and Travis waits a little too long. And they just finished to cross Lake Bridge, and so it's going across the fucking cross lake. So this motherfucker jumps out and goes straight into the fucking water from the bridge. And I mean, that's a high ass bridge, and just fucking goes straight to the bottom and into the silt, and just sticks. And he's trying to get out, but he can't fucking get out, and he's trying to pull his legs out and shit. That dude was so fucking nuts, man. It was, I mean, yeah, he was fucking great. Yeah, I gave him my first guitar. But, yeah. I used to have, like, dreams about the dude. Like, I'd be walking down the street, and it's like this neighborhood, it's very, like, whatever neighborhood, and he'd come out of one of the buildings, and then he'd be like, there's a thing that he would do when he'd see you coming. I don't know if he did for everybody, but I know with me he did. Maybe I don't know. I always loved the stories, and I see him, and I know it's gonna be hilarious. I'm already like you can see my face. I'm already starting to crack up because he does this thing where he would just turn his head and just like and start like just cracking up like okay you're not gonna believe this one. I know the last one I said you're not gonna believe it, but you're not gonna believe this one like at all. This one's even worse. And like, oh my god! I mean, because you can just feel it coming off of him as you're walking. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so we're tripping acid, right? Okay, all right, all right. Let's keep going. That's a hell of a way to start. We're in fucking like what? No, I was 15. So what was that? I graduated at 17, so that was sophomore year. Yeah, he was tripping in sophomore year. I had no idea. I was trying to get my hands on some acid at that point in time because I was smoking pot, but I'd heard that LSD was non addictive, so I wanted to try it. I was like, hallucinate and non addictive? yeah, let's give it a shot, man. Now just find some, and it was impossible for me to find any. And like my friend Opie found some, but I mean that was like when we started to just go into different directions. Just because like I mean, like I said, we used to like if I couldn't go to a party, he wouldn't go, and if he couldn't go to the party, I didn't go. We just hung out with each other. Cause like I said, it just wouldn't be any fun. We knew it wouldn't be any fun without the other person there. But he had a chance to trip acid without me, and so he went ahead and yeah, we were trying to. So then we finally did, like, we finally met up with each other when we were tripping because it took us a long time to catch up. I was sitting there, I was tripping my balls, and I was just sitting in the car, and all of a sudden he's just like right in the window. You know what I mean? Because I was like in the back seat passing it, and whatever. He's like, dude, you tripping? I'm like, yeah, me too, dude. And like, oh shit! And I like throw the door open, and like we're like fucking freaking out, like we just conquered like some like the hardest level of a fucking video game. Yeah, fuck yeah. And we're just tripping the fuck out, just like, hell yeah, dude, we fucking did, fuck yeah, we did it. And we're like all hugging and shit, like, what are we so excited about? I have no idea. Okay, yeah, you can let go of me now. Yeah, that's a good idea. Why are we so excited? I don't know. We're both tripping at the same time. I don't know. Yeah. I had a friend that just seemed hell bent on fucking up your trip, man. I don't know what his deal was. I don't know. But like, I mean, I remember I was seeing. I went outside because I mean, it's just like it was just too intense inside the house with like all the people that were in there. So I decided to go outside and just kind of sit and smoke a cigarette. And while I was sitting there, there's like this oil spill, and then all the rocks. It had like all the different little pebbles and stuff. It was like one of those cement slabs that has like all the different little pebbles and shit. But it looked like this fucking huge mosaic of like kind of like how like a gothic picture of God with like the big flowing beard and stuff. I don't know why everybody pictures this all powerful, all knowing being. Why he would spend his entire existence as this old decrepit man to prove that he's that old. I don't. I mean, I think he'd probably be like, one day let's do some kung fu or some kind of shit so he could defend himself. He'd be like, how disappointed you'd be to walk in and God can barely lift his finger because he's just so fucking old. Hey, I created time. You listen to me. I really don't think it's gonna go down like that. I just don't think it's gonna go down. No, I don't think the devil's gonna have a pitchfork and a tail. I don't know where these ideas come from. People are ridiculous. 2 cloven feet had he, and a tail, and his skin was red as blood. His laugh was an evil laugh, and his mustache twice as evil as his laugh ever could be. He said with a smile. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah, I'm probably gonna start getting back into writing again pretty soon. I just had like a lot of fucking crazy ideas, and yeah, in this tablet that I've got here, I've got like fucking just so many goddamn ideas, so many poems, so many. I mean, Unia stories, like regular stories, novel ideas, fucking movie ideas, fucking. It's crazy, man. It's even crazier that you can do it all on a fucking tablet now, man. I mean, all these things that need to be done through like so many different devices, so many different things. Now you just pull up your phone, you know, just pull up your phone or pull up your tablet and share it. I wrote my entire first draft of my novel. Well, not the entire thing, because I was really working on the Robber and the Thief, and it was going well because you could save in PDF, you could import pictures and shit like that. The editor was really, really fucking good. Then they made it a bit more Photoshop-ish, which was really cool. But then all of a sudden, the end user license agreement pops up and starts saying a bunch of shit, a bunch of legal jargon. And it started dawning on me that, like, the smarter thing to do than to actually charge you for the program. Okay, think about, like, okay, if they give, if it's in the contract that you're doing the in license agreement to get the free, how many scripts go nowhere? And then it doesn't. So therefore, I mean, like selling that person Microsoft 360 or whatever, or Microsoft Word would you wouldn't do very good. I mean, because you'd sell one copy or whatever. Whereas if someone's already written, like J.K. Rowling, um, she would have her books if she already wrote her books and whatever, and didn't really necessarily read the end user license agreement, or for that's how she got the free version of whatever and wrote it on a tablet now. Whatever the next Harry Potter is, and they've already got it written out and it's already on the tablet and it's already blah blah blah. I've got a Bluetooth keyboard, so when I'm on the go, I can type if I want to onto this thing. But I mean, you'd have to copy and paste over to another fucking thing, and then it's more than likely going to be Microsoft Office anyways. So, I mean, what they could easily do is like, look, we're not even going to take like what an agent would take, but like how much money J.K. Rowling made, Rowling, 5% of that. You know what I mean? It's not even like an agent's cut, which would be like 15%. But if it's in the contract that if it should go big, they get first option to buy or something like that. Any of those things, then they get like a cut, or you get to produce it and and release it, and or you have to say made with, it's something where they get something out of it, because corporate America is greedy as fuck. Suck, dude. But yeah. Man, my neck is killing me. But yeah, the CTMU has been really, really tripping with me out. It makes a whole lot of sense because, like I said, a lot of the stuff is just self-evident, and it proves itself by just existing and just being. The same way the universe is here. How is it really a whole? Not really. It's kind of unimportant. Not nearly as important as why. That's a far more important question. Why is it here? How is fucking irrelevant, man. Magic or fucking from nothing came something. Whatever the fuck it is. And that's what's really cool about the cognitive theoretical model of the universe, is that it accounts for that, as basically the universe is a self-correcting, cyclical event of expansion. He called it compansion, I believe. It's expansion and contraction. It's not. It's you got. It's both expansion and contraction. And as I said, I mean, if you think about it, imagine from nothing. I had it here. Okay, from nothing, something comes out, and then it goes back to being nothing. Well, from nothing, and it goes back to nothing. Basically, you know what I mean? Because it materializes and stretches and comes around back to itself, making very toroidal energy. Which, if you know anything about toroidal energy, is like it's radiant energy. Um, Very efficient shape for energy to flow. It's the same energy shape as our magnetosphere, same energy shape as, I mean, just so much shit. Um, the stuff that they're passing off now is cold fusion. I don't believe it's really a cold fusion at all. I believe they've had access to this toroidal energy for a while, and they've known about these technologies for a while, but it would interfere with gasoline profits. I mean, the stuff I know, I guarantee could get me killed because I mean, I just know too much about stuff. I mean, at least they at least give it a try. I just keep telling people, man. I mean, just right here, make sure it's good and make sure you fucking take me the fuck down. Because if I get back up, I want you to know how fucked you are. Because if I get back up, I want you to know exactly how fucked you are. Because that means somebody else sent me back with a plan. you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how anything works. I'm just floating around this motherfucker like everybody else. And so, there's no one here talking or anything like that. So I'm gonna go shut this down. I think I might just go ahead and do one about the universe and about God and whatever, and try and replace those other ones with this one that has a good microphone, so that way I can do a bit better sounding than those ones, and they also won't have the interruptions with people talking on those other videos. I mean, I'll leave them up, but this will be like I'll change the names and yeah. So anyways, have a good one. Good night.